The bots have officially waged war against SBI. If you guys are not familiar, specifically on the East server, there has been a lot of reports of botting. Now, one of the people in the chat actually reported, and he has seen 2 or 3 blobs of bot per map. So this is definitely getting out of hand. We're going to look at the timeline of all of this, and we're going to start with the bot feedback. June 26th, the community manager Shadowbrick says, the bot situation in Albion East feedback thread. On June 26th, he said, "Hello everyone, we are all aware of the current botting situation in the game, and it's not great. We appreciate all of your feedback and reports about it. That's why we created this thread here now to collect in all one place instead of everyone creating their own thread about the same topic. Wait, additionally to posting here on the forums, please also report any bots you encounter in-game." And then they just give you the information, the steps on how to report the players that is suspected of botting. You can also write an email and attach a video to the email and upload your video, blah, 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 and just report the bots. Now, to all of those who are in the Philippines and in the East server, playing on the East server, what are your experiences with the bots? Because on the West server, they're not really here. Most of them are on the East server. On the West server, there has been a couple of reports about bots scouting for other players and all of that, but nothing really concrete. On the East server, though, there have been a lot of reports with just blobs of groups of players standing in one spot, gathering the same resource node over and over and over again. And they are not even trying to hide it. They're not trying to hide it. It's just that there's botting and it's very, very apparent. So June 26th, they created this thread about reporting the bots and all that. The next update is right here. Just the next day. He said, this is from Talion. He said, "Hello adventurers, today we wish to address the growing concerns surrounding the bot issue and share an update on our ongoing efforts to combat it. We fully recognize that the current situation is frustrating and impacts many players. Our position has always been clear. There is no room for cheaters and botters in Albion. Obviously, resolving the bot situation is our current highest priority. Multiple teams are working tirelessly to address the issue from different angles. We are sincerely grateful to every player who has taken the time to send us reports. While we cannot update you on the status of individual accounts, rest assured every report is thoroughly reviewed and acted upon. Our bot hunting team is continually expanding, with more members dedicating their days to tracking bots and responding to your reports." So they created their own team within SBI specifically to hunt bots. So that's how you know they are extremely dedicated to just getting rid of these bots. Your reports have been really, really helpful to them. And I've seen a couple of videos actually of players taking it in their own hands. They would actually flag up and start attacking these bots because these bots are never going to defend themselves. They're not programmed to do that. They're programmed to click. So some players actually flag up in the yellow zone. If they see a bot, they start attacking it. They are downing players. They are committing. They're dedicating time to downing these players. And to be honest, it's kind of hilarious when you see it because all of the bots are just trying to gather and a real player attacking them, usually with a bow because it's AoE and all that. It is actually very, very, very entertaining. That was the pastime in the yellow zone, just killing bots. Yeah, SBI and the players are actively fighting them together. That's true. You lost 5k reputation doing it. Oh, that is the most worth it reputation loss ever. You couldn't trade them. I mean, they're bots, you know. Many bots are praying in the ground. It's just so funny. It is so true. When you see like Facebook posts and YouTube videos of players just attacking bots, they can actually be really, really funny. There are also bots in the West. They're not very, very evident, or not. There's not a lot of them. You spent 12 hours over 2 days just killing bots? What the heck? All right, continuing on. So far, this led to more than 162,000 permanent bans since March of 2020. Simultaneously, we're improving our technical solutions to detect and handle bots more efficiently. Several measures have been implemented, and we're working on additional ones. However, this is the unseen side of the ongoing process. While we cannot reveal the technical details of our implemented solutions, bot creators continue to refine their software as well. So it's like a battle between them. This is why the situation might seem to improve dramatically one day, only to become more frustrating again the next day. So it's an invisible battle, boys. Rest assured, we are more than willing to take up the fight and counter anything they throw our way. This is very reassuring. I know it says rest assured, but yeah, this feels very reassuring that they're not actually backing out from the fight. They are giving us updates almost consistently about this, and they know this is a big problem, especially on the East server, and they're ready to fight. They're ready to fight back, and they're doing it. We know that over the last few days, the botting situation in-game hasn't been good, and we're not happy about that either. We're also committed to doing what we can to make Albion a bot-free, enjoyable place for all of you. Thank you again for all of your help in reporting bots so far. It's very appreciated. Together, we can overcome this. Together, we can fight the bots. To continue helping us in this battle, please report any suspecting bots in-game, or if you came across a large group of bots that can't be reported separately, capture a video and send it to our support team. So it's the same way. They're fighting these bots. They have banned 162,000. That's insane if you think about it. 162,000? So basically, most of the players on the East server are bots. If they banned 162,000, that's insane. Agreed, says Vanny. Actually, yesterday didn't see a single bot. Look at that. AOTV said this happened on release too. There you go. There's just bots everywhere, dude. Okay, so good point there, Turtovus, and we're going to go through that. Too much bots on the East server, and this is what happened next. So after they banned those 162,000 accounts or characters, in the past couple of days, we've seen the server actually going down for like 3 hours, especially on the East server. They're going down on the East server. People cannot log in, and players are confused because it happened multiple times in a span of like 2-3 days. Now, what happened? Albion Online actually responded to it, Retaliation, and with another post just yesterday, July 6th, it says, fellow adventurers, for this update, we are not coming to you with new numbers, but instead a general update and some context. As you may have noticed, the number of bots found in the game is, at least for now, on a significantly lower level than it is in the majority of the past weeks. And as you guys have said in the comments, you have not seen those blobs of bots in the yellow zones just gathering, right? That's good, and we're seeing it too, they say. That means that a combination of our efforts has yielded tangible results. We have gotten a large number of bot accounts out of the game and found ways to make it harder for them to get new accounts back up and running. Wait, you are seeing the results, we are seeing the results, the person or the persons running the bot farms are also seeing the results, and while you adventurers are very happy about the results, the people running their bot businesses are not. Very much so, apparently. The server instability that we have suffered in the past 1.5 days were results of large-scale DDoS attacks against our server infrastructures. So what is DDoS? To those who do not know, let's just Google that. DDoS is a distributed denial of service, and it's a cybercrime in which the attacker floods a server with internet traffic to prevent users from accessing connected online services and sites. So basically, they're flooding the system, making it so that it either crashes or not letting legit players log into the game. So that's basically DDoS. The timing strongly suggests a connection, since we have seen this pattern in the past after large blows against third-party silver sellers. That for us is a sign that we really hurt them and that we are on the right track. So after banning all of those accounts a couple of weeks back, actually just last week, there you go, June 27th, they've banned all of that. The botters are not happy. It's affecting their businesses so much so that they can no longer RMT, I'm assuming, because they're just farming silver. They now launched an attack at SBI. So they purposely tried, basing on this, what we're reading, they purposely attacked SBI servers to make them lose connection for all of the real players. So they're fighting back. SBI fought the bots. Now the bots are fighting back. This also means that we will continue down this path with strengthened vigor. We are also working closely with our server hosts to alleviate the effects of these DDoS attacks of for us, unprecedented scale and avoid outages. As we have been saying, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And currently, it seems we are in the lead, as the other side is now even using even more desperate measures. However, there is no way we will yield, and eventually they will give up and go somewhere else. This is a very good mindset, and I hope this is not just like a PR thing. They're saying that they're here to stay. This is our game. We're going to stand our ground. We're going to do our best. And eventually these bots are going to move on to the next game, because botting Albion Online takes too much effort and it's no longer worth it for their businesses. So it's no longer worth it to fight SBI in terms of like trying to create more accounts, try to create more bots, try to RMT, try to destroy the market. It's no longer worth it for them, because it takes more effort to break that shield that SBI has created in order for them to make profit. So they, in this sentence right here, SBI is going to fight back and hoping that they give up and then just move on to another game and bot another game. We are of course also aware that the server issues have impacted you, our players. We plan to have compensation for you. However, we will wait until we feel that the servers are entirely safe again to decide on the scale. So this compensation right here, they are going to give us compensation. Don't get your hopes up with this compensation conversation. Last time when they had like a major issue, they gave us 1 gold each. So that was the compensation that they gave us. 1 gold each. So don't get your hopes up thinking you will get like free premiums or whatever. All right. Don't get your hopes up. I remember specifically we got 1 gold for a compensation. I don't even remember what it was, but it was just back in the day. They gave us 1 gold. Losing my insanity would mean I'm losing everything. The dreams where I can fly. What is that? Is that a quote from something? Someone? But yeah, this guy says genius PR, and I agree. They are now getting us together. They are saying, we are in this together. We're doing this for you. SBI's got your back. We're going to make this great. We're going to make this game great again. No more bots, no more cheaters and all that. And honestly, yeah, this is a very good PR, because they're showing us that they're doing their best. They are, based on this, they're winning, and they're not going to back out or back down from a fight because the bots are just out of control, which is really, really good. And one last update for this specific topic is this. Just today, we received an update from Shadowbrick, and he says, hey everyone, in an effort to protect the game better against bots or cheaters, we have now implemented BattleEye anti-cheat into Albion Online. You'll find it in the client that we have just deployed on our test server. Just like anti-cheat, it will run in the background when you launch Albion Online client. Please share the issue you encounter with BattleEye while testing on staging on this thread. Okay, so I don't know what BattleEye is. I'm assuming, and it says it's like similar to anti-cheat. It's going to run in the background. All right, gold standard. Protection. Fully proactive kernel-based protection system and fast dynamic permanent scanning of the player system using specific and heuristic generic detection routes and maximum effectiveness. Look at that. BattleEye is using innovative, sophisticated detection routines such as entirely dynamic on-the-fly scanning being controlled and altered by the backend, making it impossible for hackers to develop permanent bypasses for specific client files. Look at that. Rawr. Global bans. Secure global banning system that can be Steam ID account based and hence provide the same or even higher level of effectiveness as VAC bans, because unlike VAC, Steam global bans are possible. Yeah. Rawr. So this is what they are implementing. Basically, it's another anti-cheat system which should make it more difficult for the botters to bot Albion Online. That's the gist of it. It's pretty much an anti-cheat. And what they're saying here is, go test it out on the staging server. The staging server, especially those who are new, is a test server. You can go to Albion Online. If you open Albion Online, let's just do it. Not going to log into it, but I can show you where it is. If you are here, click on this. It says Albion Live and Test Server Staging. So you want to go to Test Server Staging and hit play. Okay? That's what you want to do. You hit play after it downloads the thing. Now, why do you want to test it? They want you to test it because it might not work with some of the trackers that we have been using in the past, like Loot Logger. Loot Logger is not a cheating program. You cannot use that for cheating. It's just, it logs the loot that certain players get because they use it for like ZVZ, who got the loot, blah, blah, blah. It's like an honest system. Loot Logger and all of that. So you may want to check it if it's going to work. Because if the BattleEye scans it and it sees that you are using this, it might close the game for you or it might report you, blah, blah, blah. So they're doing this in the test server right now, and you want to be able to just go and say, all right, I'm using Loot Logger, go to the test server, I'm playing the game, everything's fine. You should always do that, all right? You should try and do that before it goes to the live server. There, in terms of it says BattleEye is awesome. It's an anti-hack, anti-cheat bot. There you go. Now, hopefully this works. Yeah, the radar bots and speed hacks should be able to maybe hopefully get detected by this. I mean, with all of these announcements from SBI, I have full confidence that they can win this battle, and hopefully they do. Botting in any game is really bad for real players. It destroys the economy, specifically for Albion Online, because it has a player-driven economy. And if most of your players are bots and they're just trying to make as much silver as possible, you're not going to have a very stable economy. I don't know how it technically works, but I'm just hoping it works. You know? There you go. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Are you confident that SBI is going to win this battle? Are you confident that the bots are just going to move on to another game? Or do you think bots are going to be persistent? The bot farmers are going to fight back until they crash SBI? Or what do you think? Let us know in the comments below.